This just in: Larry Rudd thinks that floor mat remnant really tied the studio together.
Larry Rudd and Brad the Bear travel to Wobble Place Arena in the radio van full of floor mats.
Remember those weirdos from the pet store remote?
If Larry Rudd remembered every weirdo Larry Rudd ever met, Larry Rudd would be crazy.
So is that a yes?
The DJs pause a moment to ponder this perplexity.
Rabbit Boy and Meat Daddy.
Horrific remembrance drops Larry Rudd's chin to the steering wheel.
They stopped by the station tonight.
You left the ruddy door unlocked again, idiot.
Well. They dropped off some meat. I think we are on the Clifton's radar.
Don't leave the ruddy door unlocked again. That floor mat isn't secured. It really does tie the rudding room together. Wait, what kind of meat?
Rotten, dripping, most likely poisoned burgers and shrimp. Oh, and some beef jerky, probably also poisoned.
Well, did you throw it out?
I told May to.
No one can throw out a meat stick, especially not a woman. It's genetic. What are they teaching you in radio school health class these days? Remember the time that sweet old lady brought old Larry Rudd a dozen cupcakes?
Yes, everyone told you not to eat them, because her daughter was the one you told to get off the roof already because we had a charity roof sit radio remote broadcasting on the same roof she was contemplating jumping off of.
The fire department was taking up all the listeners' spots. She landed on the Earth's Bounce House, best charity event we ever had. Got old Larry Rudd a new ERTS bounce house.
The pair pull into the service entrance of the stadium where Wop the Weasel is there to greet them. He wears a brown business suit in place of his jersey.
Looking sharp, Wop.
Larry Rudd thinks you would look even sharper in this though.
Larry Rudd pulls out a makeshift Earth's Eagle mascot costume made from floor mats and feathers. It is larger and more spacious than Wop's weasel costume.
Wow, that's awesome. Thanks, guys. I will wear it proud next game, but I am in manager mode now and we have some work to do.
You guys sure do. Now get these floor mats out and get crackin'.
What about you?
Larry Rudd has been upholstering all day, time for a nap.
Have you called Eddie Vedder yet?
Well, no, we haven't talked in a while. I guess old Larry Rudd can call him while you two are working on the floors.
Wop pops open a couple of cans of floor glue.
Woo, that's some strong stuff.
Wop and Brad begin to lay the new floor mats around the concourse, slapping glue all over. The fumes fill the unventilated cement tomb. Larry Rudd begins to feel it as he eats nachos and vibes. He decides to call his old friend Eddie Vedder.
Hey Eddie, your old pal Larry Rudd here.
Fuck you, Larry Rudd. Don't you remember the last time we spoke I told you the next time I see you I'd kick your ass?
Eddie, it's Larry Rudd, old top. You must be mistaken.
Old top? What is it with you and the chest? You must have been a bottle baby. You don't remember Cindy's party?
The fumes from the floor glue engulf the trio as they all pass out. Larry Rudd's mind drifts back to the 1993 MTV Music Awards after party, then all the way back to his mother's nipples, then back to the party. Larry Rudd sits at the end of the table with Kurt Cobain and Eddie Vedder.
You gotta try this, Kurt. It's called champagne.
Oh, I don't know, Larry. I think I need a sober night. I have been a little paranoid lately.
What do you have to be paranoid about? Your pal Larry Rudd took you out to buy a gun. Still think you should have gotten more ammo though.
Let's jam, fellas. Larry Rudd, you are the coolest roadie a guy could ask for. This one's for you, buddy.
The three pop the bottle and cheers. Eddie Vedder pulls out his guitar, Kurt Cobain pulls out a tambourine, and Larry Rudd pulls out his bongos. The jamming heats up, attracting a crowd to the back booth where the artists squat and busk. Larry Rudd goes into a deep daze, banging his bongos with vigor. Cyndi Lauper approaches the table, dancing and swaying to the beat. As she reaches Larry Rudd, he begins a vigorous solo, which sends his hands flying every which way, smacking Kurt in the cranium, and finishing with a deep rendition upon Lauper's breasts. His eyes closed the entire time, lost in the music. The crowd gasps as the music stops, and all that is heard is the patter of jello being slapped by the amateur bongosaurus.
I just wanted to have fun. Wah wah wah.
Seems to be a problem over here.
Captain Lou comes over and begins to kick the entire table's ass. Back to the present. Larry Rudd wakes up in the hospital next to Brad the Bear, Wop the Weasel, and May B. Cloudy. The other three are coherent as well when Jerry walks in munching on a container of ice chips.
Oh good, everyone's alive. You are all idiots, I hope you know that. I expect it from those two, but you may? And when did I hire a rodent?
I told you to throw out that meat, May. You didn't eat it, did you?
I threw out the soggy stuff. But for some reason I just couldn't resist trying that beef stick.
Told ya, little buddy, if there's two things old Larry Rudd knows, it's science and women.
Oh, jerky does hurty.
Larry, did you talk to Eddie Vedder?
Oh, old Larry Rudd was in the middle of that, then he went back to 1993. Well, then a little farther back, then back to 93.
Not the nipple thing again.
Well, I guess another Ruddy call is in order.
I'll let them know to keep the oxygen supply steady for you this time, idiots.
Larry pulls out his phone and calls back his old pal Eddie Vedder.
Eddie, sorry old pal, took a trip back to 93.
Then you remember why I'm going to kick your ass. Where are you squatting now, you?
Don't see the Ruddy big deal, you thought it was funny when it happened at Dolly Parton's party.
No one noticed at Dolly Parton's party, she was talking to the table next to us. You got me and Kurt kicked out of the Cool Bands Club.
Oh, everything worked out, old Larry Rudd has a great gig for you. EEICCSCGB Day.
Oh yeah, well, doing something with that many letters in it would be good for this political climate. Where's this gig at?
Here in the valley.
What valley?
The deep one?
Okay, Larry Rudd, I'll be there soon. To kick your ass.
Wonderful, see you Ruddy soon.
Larry hangs up on Eddie Vedder.
All set boss, he's on his way.
Wonderful. Does he need anything?
No, but Larry Rudd may need some steel butt pants.
That's hot.
Oh, I'd like some metal-less pants too.
All right. 2 pairs of steel toe boots for Mr. Vedder and I, check.
Wop, wop.
The gang begins to chuckle as the nurse arrives with a tray of shots to check on them.
Oh good, you're awake now too. How are you feeling, sir?
Ruddy, great, time to get out of here, and rock.
Larry Rudd grabs a shot off the tray and shoves it into his leg.
Moey Ruddy, wowie adrenaline.
The nurse looks shocked at the empty syringe. It reads tranquilizer. She watches as he leaps up and runs out the door. Moments later a thud is heard in the hallway. As the nurse presses a button, he is brought back in.
He should be awake in an hour, then get him out of here.
Thank you, nurse. So are they all clear to go?
The boys are, but maid darling, we need you to stay for another few days to get all the poison out of your system. And here you go, sir, if you are the caretaker for this man. It is a number for a good medical testing facility.
The nurse hands Jerry a card that reads Dr. Marty. If you have lost your marbles, visit Marty.
Oh, thank you, but we have had him tested.
No testing required. He is obviously bonkers. Dr. Marty will just look around for science.
He did say he loves science, boss. Give me that card.
If anyone's going to publish a medical paper about you two idiots' buffoonery, it's going to be me. Or did you forget I went to journalism school?
Oh cool, I went to clown college.
May bites her lip hard as white cream begins oozing from her catheter.
Oh really?
Time to go. We really should get out of here. Help me grab Larry, here we go.
Brad hops up and with superhuman strength wrestles Larry Rudd into a wheelchair, grabs Wop and pushes Jerry and the crew out the door.
Feel better, May. Get some sleep.
Thanks. If you pass by the children's ward, could you send the visiting clan over?
May turns to the nurse.
You do have a clan on site at all times, right?
No, I am sorry, not since the Baptists took over.
Damn, well, when in the big top.
May reaches onto the cart and grabs a syringe and jabs it into her leg, then falls asleep humming circus music.
Tisk, tisk, that radio station is nothing but trouble, broadcasting the devil's smut.